Yo, 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 yo. Hey, what's up? What's happening? How y'all doing? What it be like? Tell me something good. What y'all know, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, and many and millions who's listening, watching, and checking this out all around the world. Thank you for taking time out to tune in and check out the Den family friends. I'm your host, Carlos Stargell, aka OG Low. And it's something that I'm gonna say some of y'all needs to hear and got to know. Y'all ain't paying no money, so ain't no need for y'all acting funny. So sit back, enjoy, relax, and chill out. Cause it's gonna be a stone groove. Shit, I can't lose what I can use. And I know what to do to set the groove and put y'all in the mood. And thank y'all for thank y'all for taking time out to check out and tune in to the Den, y'all. Again, I'm your host, Carlos Stargell, OG Low. And usually I normally say this is about venting, real jive talk, serious discussions. Live chat always be open for your comments and one-on-one live conversations are always welcome. So if y'all like to join live with me again someday, just hit me up and let me know. If you know how to get in touch with me, do it. Call me, text me, hit me on Facebook or whatnot. And if you feel it, and the first time viewers, and if you feel it in your heart and in the depths of your soul, hit the like of the bell. I'll appreciate it and you won't have no regrets. Okay, y'all, but anyway, today, this is something kind of different, right? This is something kind of different today, what I normally do. This is a, actually, oh yeah, before I get to it, happy birthday to those whose birthday today, October the 2nd, and the whole month of October. Happy birthday, y'all. But in a way, but honestly, I'm doing this today at this time, a special tribute to somebody who I know, who I knew, and they were real close to me. And plus, even though they passed away in March 24th, 2021, but today is this person's birthday. Happy heavenly birthday, Dad. Yeah, this for my daddy. And I'm not, before I get started, I'm going to try to hold back the tears and be strong. Basically, focus on the crazy shit he did when he was on Earth. So, starting from the beginning. Now, I remember when I was little, like I said, all he had to do was give me that certain look, and I knew how to come to attention. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on talking. But growing up in the same house with him, it had its good points and it had its bad. It had its bad. I mean, honestly, every day is not sunshine. You got to have rain, and every day is not good. It got to have some bad. But good always outweigh the bad. Y'all know that. But in a way, just a saying. I mean, I had more good moments with my dad than bad moments. I mean, he wasn't perfect. He didn't wear no halos, but he didn't wear horns either. But I'm gonna say this right here. He wasn't nothing and nobody to play with. He wasn't nothing nobody to fight with. Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you something. One thing my Uncle Dale, God rest his soul too, who just recently passed. I remember Uncle Dale told me when my Uncle Pop, we had Woodrow Starger Jr. when he was killed in Techwood back in 1976. When my dad and my uncles got the news, especially about not just what happened, but how it happened, my daddy and my uncles, yeah, they were the real OGs, original gangsters. And look, they wasn't nothing to play with. They wasn't nothing to be underestimated either. So Uncle Dale told me that my daddy and my uncles went looking for the guy who did it. But instead of finding him, they found one of his partners. Uncle Dale told me that my daddy put a gun to his mouth and told him if he didn't tell him what he needed or wanted to know, he was gonna blow his lips right off his fucking face. And come to find out, dude tried to skip town, go on the Greyhound to go to Baltimore. From what I heard, but guess what? They met his ass right in Baltimore and brought him and expedited his ass right back to Georgia. God don't like ugly. What goes around comes around. But I told my Uncle Dale, I said, y'all, see, that's one of them things y'all kept from us and the rest of the kids growing up. Y'all didn't want us to know how gangster y'all really were. But guess what? When we got older, we found out eventually. You damn right. When you got older, you understand a lot more. But when you're a kid, a lot of stuff you don't understand. And as a kid, some stuff is not meant to be understood. And that's beyond the truth root. But anyway, oh yeah, and the craziest things my daddy used to say and do used to have me on the floor, crying and laughing all at the same time. And my side to be urging for laughing at that food. But one thing about it though, like I said, we shared a lot of good memories. I mean, we hung out a lot, true enough. But I'm just gonna say this right here. Excuse me, y'all. I'm just gonna say this right quick. My dad was a mess. Rap to him a little bit right here. And he wasn't no joke.
Talk to me. Say something.
But he was loving, a good dude, but just don't cross.
Let the church say amen.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this right here too. I mean, he taught me a lot, and by watching him observing, I learned a lot too as well. And that's seriously, y'all, that is the truth. I learned a lot just by listening and talking with him. And like I said, I mean, a lot of stuff him and my uncles did. I mean, they weren't right, but I will say this. Rap to him a little bit right here. It kept me. What they did, I didn't want to do. And it kept me away from the penal system and out of the man's concentration camp.
Talk to me. Say something.
But like I said, my dad wasn't perfect. He didn't wear halos, but he didn't wear horns either.
Let the church say amen.
But he had his faults, just like everybody else. But a lot of times I'm going on GF Chip, I'm going to say it. He didn't want to admit his faults. So I didn't argue with him. You know what I mean? I just kept it quiet. Even though
Dick riding is not a form of transportation.
and
Co-signing bullshit is a no-no.
and see that's how we kept quiet, even though we did that, but we still had to be quiet and stayed in a child's place. That's for real. Rap to him a little bit right here. But I know it was times where I did want to say something, but I didn't. So, but my brother who was a year older than me, God bless him, he was like the first and actually the only one who actually stood up to my dad. But after he made my dad look shamed and stupid, God forgive me for saying this, but it's the truth. I looked at my brother and I was like,
Man, that was beautiful how you stood up to Daddy.
and he asked me,
You're not mad, are you?
and I was like,
Of course not.
and he was like,
you would have did the same thing. You would have stood up for what was right, wouldn't you?
And I was like,
Stick to your guns, man.
and that's how you do it. But it's like I said, he did wrong. I didn't say nothing because at the time I was always taught to stay in a child's place. Now now that I'm at the age now,
I ain't no fucking child. I'm a grown ass man. Way over 21.
yeah, but I mean, like I said, I wouldn't reveal this. I wouldn't never do nothing that'll scandalize his name, especially after he's 6 feet under. But at the same time, too, we all we all fall short, and we all got to be held accountable. So, if anything, if you're gonna say something with some good. If you don't have nothing nice to say,
Just don't say a damn thing.
and that is true. So I'm not gonna get up. One thing about me, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna call nobody out, scandalizing their name or turning their name into mud because I'm a firm believer in not doing it.
Unless you give me a good damn reason to do it.
Yeah, and that's true, y'all. I'm that type of person. I'm not gonna just I'm not one thing about me. I'm not gonna ruin your life.
But I'm gonna, Woo-ha!
Put your ass in check. And that's what I do. But anyway, getting back to my father, I remember he told my brother, Calvin, that we thought he was asleep one night. And Calvin had me telling him nasty jokes when we were kids. And we thought my daddy was asleep. So one day overheard daddy and Calvin talking. And daddy was like, oh, so I heard them jokes y'all be telling it now. And Calvin tried to put it all on me tomorrow. No, that wasn't me, that was him. Which it was, but still, that's not the point. I thought I was gonna get in trouble. But instead, my dad was like, shit, you got better jokes than me and your uncles. And I was like, uh-uh. So he was listening all along, and we thought he was in there asleep. Because I remember one joke he heard me tell my brother. And even though my brother was laughing, but I knew I heard somebody sniggling in the other room one time, especially when my brother had me telling them nasty jokes. I mean, I got to give it to Cal. It was even though it was a nasty joke, but at least we weren't out there trying to disrespect nobody. We was just having fun. Like I said, we were kids, just out having a good time. I mean, we didn't do nothing drastic or to get in trouble. And one thing I told my dad too, me and Cam, we always did fun things together. I mean, movies. I mean, I went to the movies with all my brothers. Yeah, went to but me and Calvin, we done been to movies, ball games, concerts, all that stuff, man. I mean, and that was pretty cool with me and Calvin. But one thing about Calvin, though, like I told my dad, one thing about Calvin, he saw. I asked him one time, and I asked my dad too, when my granddaddy, my paternal, Woodrow Wilson, started to sing. When I asked him, I asked my dad, why did my granddaddy stay on me so much about staying in church? Because out of all his grandchildren, I was the one I feel like he stayed on the hardest. Both of them told me that my granddaddy saw something in me nobody else could see. I didn't know what it was for the life of me, but I realized that even though after my granddaddy passed in 95, but I realized that he said I was the chosen one. Like I said, I ain't know where the hell that was coming from, but man, I still don't know where it come from, but evidently it must have been something good, you know. Rap tell me a little bit right here. But just saying this right here.
Like my dad told Calvin and the rest of my brothers, even my sister, my granddaddy saw that I was the one that gonna be more active in the church than any of them. And y'all know what?
God almighty, he was right.
So I started, going to church on the regular. That became more like a refuge to me, to be honest. So I told my dad it became more of a refuge. But what really, 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 really shocked the man is the first time he heard me singing at one of my cousin's funerals. And it was in 2005. And the song I was singing was The Troubles of the World. And I know y'all know that. Now, yeah, Mahalia Jackson sung it, but I done heard it in everybody's churches too growing up. So, and I still can't believe it to this day that I actually sung that song. And oh yeah, and another thing too, I got to give props to Reverend Riley Rucker. Yes, God bless him. He was the one that actually gave me the second and third verses to The Troubles of the World. God bless you, Reverend Rucker, and may you rest in peace. But I'm gonna say this right here. When I sung it at my cousin's funeral, honestly,
It shocked the hell out of me too.
because I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was about to bite my fingernails when I got up there. But let them tell it, I pulled it off. And they said, let somebody I knew, God bless them too. They told me that when I was singing, they said my dad was looking over his glasses with, his eyes over his glasses. And I was like, I didn't see it because, shoot, I was in that zone. Like I said, when I'm singing, I'm in that zone. Because, like I said, singing in the Lord's house is like a refuge to me. Because when I'm singing for the Lord, I mean, can't nobody stop me. And ain't nobody going to stop me either. But anyhow, so after I got through, when I was walking back to my seat, my dad looked at me and he said as loud as he was like, good job. And that's all I can do is just walk back to my seat. And after the service was over, after the funeral was over, he was like, man, I knew you could sing, but you never told me you could do it like that. I said, you never asked. He was like, I should know I'm your dad. I said, yeah, you should know, but do you? No. I was joking with him, but he let me know that he was proud of me. He said he didn't know that I could really sing like I could. I told him me either. I said that was one of the moments I really put it to test when I sung at one of my cousin's funerals. But like I said, I know a little bit right when he first started getting sick, even when I did come around, at least I was able to put a smile on his face. Because I told him one thing about when I was working at Kroger, I had to, when I had to clean the bathroom, because there's a courtesy clerk or back, that's in the requirement. You had to clean the bathroom. So when I went and cleaned the bathroom, I remember I told him one time I had to clean it, and I didn't want that day. Man, I'm just gonna tell you,
It smelled like 9 yards of chitlins and onions and sardines on the side.
man, that's funky. Yeah. So when I told him that, he just laughed. And he looked at me. He said, he was like, you shaking it like you still a mess." But like I said, I thank God for the time that I had to spend with him. Like I said, it wasn't always peaches and cream, but it wasn't always a whole lot of joy every day. But one thing I can say, at least I got a chance to be around him. Even though my brothers told me they weren't around him like that, but I told him don't feel like the Lone Ranger because hell, he wasn't at home half the time when I was there. So yeah, I said it's all good. But I said, but at least we knew who our dad was. Because you got a lot of them don't even acknowledge their family. But hey, I'm not. I mean, like I said, we are not perfect. We don't wear halos, and we damn sure don't wear horns either. Like I always say, we make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. But you got some people. Hey, there, sweetie. I saw you. But anyway, like I said, we all make mistakes. We all fall short. And we all got to be held accountable for what we do. So it's one thing to make a mistake, but acknowledge, admit it, acknowledge, and correct it. That's all you got to do. I mean, like I said, we on earth are not perfect. And this goes out to the
Gently jubilee.
we're always trying to put pressure on somebody, trying to make somebody live like them.
We got our own life to live. Sit your ass back and mind your damn business. That's what you do.
But yeah, I mean, we not perfect, but I mean, long as look, it's about our relationship with the Lord. Can't nobody tell you nothing. And those so-called Bible told us and quotas, yeah, the Jackman Jubilee. Only got, I just want to say this for the kindness of my heart. I'm not talking about the men and women of God. I'm talking about the Jackman Jubilee. And I'm about to give them a word of advice.
Shut the fuck up and sit your ass back and mind your business.
Yeah, I said it from the bottom of my heart. Word, the big bird. And if you feel that offended you, or you made you felt some kind of way, you take it personally, then
Personally, I don't give a damn.
because what I just said is so very true. And I'm gonna keep on spitting it as long as you come in correct. And another thing too, since y'all so worried about what comes out of my mouth or what I say or how I say it, y'all need to be more concerned about what's really going on this damn earth. For real. You need to be worried about the ones who you need to be worried about what go on in your house and stop worrying about what go on in everybody else, else house. And I'm just gonna say it in the words of the Temptations. I don't care what goes on in your house when you close your door. You stop looking at my goddamn window, I won't be looking at yours. That's all I'm gonna say. So, like I said, stay in your lane, mind your business, and nobody moving, nobody won't get hurt. But anyway, y'all, for my dad, man, I miss that joke so much. Sometimes I just like this morning, all I felt was my eyes was wet. Yeah, but that's don't happen in no way. I mean, come on now. He's still my dad, and I do miss. But at least I'm not going into no deep depression. I'm not trying to take my what you call it out on the world or anything like that, like a lot of people do, because
Life goes on.
and like I said, and God don't like ugly. Yeah, so like I said, it's no need to sit back and mope, go into a deep depression and crying and all that because that's not gonna bring them back. The best thing you can do is live on, keep on living, stay righteous, remain humble, treat people like you want to be treated, respect those like you want to be respected, and take every day one day at a time. And tomorrow's not promised to none of us. So the best thing to do, like I said, just stay righteous, remain humble, and just be yourself. Because nobody can be you but you. And quit trying to be something that you're not, somebody that you're not, and quit trying to be more than who you are and what you are. Excuse me. You are that one person. You are that individual that came out your mother's womb, and your mother is in the name you got. Your mother gave you. So quit trying to pretend to be somebody and something that you're not. And like I say, because I'm gonna say it one more again. Nobody can be you but you. Yeah. But just to say this, miss your dad. I love you. And I miss your jive talking. Cause can't nobody talk
Shit.
like you can. Hell, I guess it's in the bloodline because I got it done. It's because that's what I do. And I do it so well.
Without a care in the world.
But one thing about it, I'm not out to hurt nobody's feelings or put nobody or make nobody feel low or whatever. Really, when I talk mess, I like to uplift. I like to keep you laughing.
Hell, I like to have your side hurting after you laugh because that's the greatest laugh in the world.
And if I do that, I accomplish something. So so one thing I'm gonna let y'all know, and daddy, my daddy, I'm gonna keep on keeping on, I'm gonna keep on doing, being Carlos. That's all I can say. I got to stick with being myself because, like I said,
Nobody can be me but me.
right on. But anyway, y'all, my time is almost up. And I want to thank those who checked out and tuned in to the den. First time viewers, this is not to the recurring viewers, so shut up. First time viewers, if you're feeling in your heart and in the depths of your soul, hit the like of the bell. Oh yeah. And just like any other cable carrier, YouTube got on demand too. You can watch the replay. And that's what it's basically called, replay. That's exactly what it is. So just to let y'all know, I might, according to how I feel, or I might not be back later on today because of this day. But if the spirit move me, yeah, I will be back. If not, I just kept y'all. I just keep a get with y'all on the flip road tomorrow, and I hope that's cool. But try to understand. This is one of my full moments today. I just want to get up here, get everything on my chest, and talk all that
Sugar honey iced tea.
about my dad. I mean, I just needed something uplifting, and like I said, hey, Roxanne, I'm doing fine. I'm hanging in there. I mean, it still get me from time to time, but hey, I'm a lot better than when it first happened. Yeah, so
Everything. Then.
nothing ain't nothing.
And it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
So all I can do, like I said, just remain humble and keep being righteous. That's all I can do. And like I said, even though we don't want to accept the fact, but we all got to leave this earth one day. But when my time is up, I guess I have to prepare myself to be ready. But I'm gonna need me. Guess what? Guess what? Don't come up here. Don't come to my funeral. Don't come to my funeral. Boo-hooing, fake boo-hooing and all that. Cause guess what? I'm gonna raise up like the Undertaker real slow and look at you. And I'm gonna be like, what the fuck you laughing at? And I hope I scare you. And I hope you have that.
Oh my God, I just shitted on myself.
Look. So word advice. Give them their flowers while they still here. Don't wait till they leave this earth. Do it now. Let them know you love them and appreciate them. That's the motto for the day. But anyway, my time is up, and I want to thank y'all for checking out and tuning in to the Den with your host, Carlos Stargell. And look, and I'm glad that y'all did. But until maybe later, uh, but basically tomorrow on the flip mode, but hopefully the spirit of movement. But until then, God bless you. I love you. Y'all be good. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. Peace, two fingers. I'm out of here like last year. And thank you for taking time out to check out and tuning into the den with your host, Carlos Starchel, aka OG Low. I love you too, Veronica. And I'm about to shut it down now. So later on we'll talk. Until then, peace, two fingers. I'm out of here like last year. Thanks for tuning in to the den. Yo.